And now let's come to seated cat-cow. So we sit up tall, long spine, inhale, and then we exhale, round and curl, tuck the chin to the chest and spine like a rainbow. We'll inhale up again, and exhale, cat spine. So we just continue to inhale and exhale throughout, just like this. This is an all levels class, so take what you like, add what you'd like to add, and rest when you need a rest. Let's take both hands up to the sky. Maybe turn your fingers inside out, stretch up, and lean over to the right, look up to the left. Remember, my students chose these songs, so I'm putting that out there. Come back to center again, and off to the left, and up to the right. Good stretch. Let's come back to the top. Take the arms out like a T, and then turn to the right. Right hand on the back of your mat, left hand on your right knee, and twist. Look over the back shoulder. And then let's reach up, and then down, and twist the other way. Look over that back shoulder. Keep breathing. Back to center again. Reach, reach, reach. And then hands down on your mat, tabletop position. So tuck your knees hip distance apart, tuck your toes down. Hands are flat on your mat, like starfish. And now we'll do the cat-cow again, but this time we're not going to be seated, we're going to be on our hands and knees. So we're going to let the belly drop, look up, and then we exhale, round and curl, bring the spine to the sky. And we're going to keep doing that same cat-cow movement, except on our hands and knees. And just like we swayed from side to side, you can go ahead and rock your hips from side to side here. And we made some circles. You can go ahead and make some circles on your mat. We call it dancing lions. We're going to dance around on your hands and knees. Moving the spine, moving the hips, moving the shoulders, shaking the head yes, shaking the head no. Just letting the entire body get involved in this practice. And as we breathe and as we move, we allow the thoughts to gently just fade away. And if thoughts should come in and they try to invade our headspace, I just invite you to breathe and continue to move. Keep moving from front to back in big circles. And then let's find our first downward facing dog. So our hands are still wide, and now we just lift up the hips a little bit, bend the knees, and we call this turbo dog with the knees bent, melting the chest back to the thighs, and then go ahead and walk the dog. So bend one and then the other. So we're pressing through the heel, twisting if you like to twist here. You can always be on hands and knees if this is too much for you. And let's walk your hands back to your feet and hang in a forward fold, ragdoll heavy. Take opposite hand to opposite elbow, tuck your chin, and then like a little bit of sway from side to side. And then we're going to slowly roll up to standing. Reach your hands up to the sky. Over to the right like we did seated. And then up to center and over to the left. Nice. And back to the top. Hands to heart center or hands down to your sides, feet together. First balancing posture, you can hold on to a wall or even a chair next to you, or you can work on just balance. We're going to look at the top of our yoga mat. We call that our gazing point. It helps us balance. So let's press energy between the palms. So if I was to come over, which I can't, but if I could, and try to take your hands apart, I wouldn't be able to do that. So press those palms together really tight. And then let's bring the right knee up to your chest. We're looking at the top of the mat, not at me. And we just have that knee up. And that's all. Notice what's happening in the standing leg and the standing foot. So squeeze the thigh in the standing leg, curl the toes up on this floating leg, reach the hands up to the sky. Really nice. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Always the breath brings you back to the center. Let's take hands down to your sides and your leg down as well. Hands can either stay here or come back to the heart, and the left knee comes up. We curl the toes up and stand tall in the right leg. Breathe, find balance. Maybe reach the hands up again. A lot of challenge here, even in just the beginning posture. And we step down, hands to heart center or hands down to your side mountain pose. Practicing gratitude in the beginning of our yoga practice. So just coming to the space of your breath, maybe putting a hand on your belly and feeling the breath big and deep into the belly. Maybe one hand on the heart. And we just breathe in and breathe out here, settling down. Noticing the thoughts, noticing the body, and coming to gratitude. So right now, something really big you might be grateful for, and then something really small you might be grateful for. It can be the littlest thing. Sometimes I'm grateful just for my hair ties to tie my hair up. And then I'm also grateful for my health. So let that happen for you. Inhale, reach hands up to the sky. Take a little back bend, so tip back. And then bring the hands back to touch at heart center. Bring the right knee back up to your chest. It was here before. We'll kick it out this time. Show me your toes and maybe wiggle them around a little bit. And then a big step up, halfway up your mat. Press energy between your palms again. Lift your left knee up. Show me your toes. Wiggle them a little bit for me. And then step to the top of your mat. My head's cut off, so I'm going to step back a little bit. You guys stay at the top of your mat. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold down to the earth, bend the knees, and slowly lower down. Hands can touch down to the earth or onto your shins. Look out and lengthen the spine. So nice long spine, tall spine. Exhale, fold again. This time we walk out to plank pose or to tabletop. So we've been in tabletop already before. If we're in plank, we're strong in plank. If we're in tabletop, that's fine too. Right side plank, either hand and knee down or just hand and outside edge of foot down. So here it is on the knee. Side plank, nice and easy. If you want, you can lift the back leg. A little more, you're going to have the hand down, maybe scissoring the legs, other hand to sky. Little more, we're going to stack the legs. Maybe lift the top leg. So lots of variations for strength. Breathe. Take the hand, reach to me. No matter where you are. Breathe. No matter where you are. Come back either to plank or to tabletop. If you're in plank, I want to see some push-ups. If you're in tabletop, some cat and cow. So go ahead and stretch the spine here in tabletop, or go ahead and take the push-ups in the plank. We press back, downward facing dog. Up on all 10 tiptoes. And then back to plank or tabletop for the left side, either the knee and the hand down, or scissor, or stack. Maybe lift the leg. Again, yogi's choice here on the ability of your body right now today. Breathe. Take the hand, reach to me. Beautiful. Come back to plank or tabletop. Tabletop, cat, cow. Plank, some more push-ups, maybe 5 or 10. What do you have today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Child's pose or down dog. Child's pose, knees on opposite edges of your mat, feet touch, draw back. Downward facing dog, upside down V. When you're ready, everyone in down dog or tabletop, right leg reaches and open up hip on hip. Go ahead and move that knee, open and close, wiggle the toes, roll the ankle. We'll step the foot all the way through in between the hands for low lunge. You can take the back knee down or leave it where it is for a twist. The left hand stays down, it looks like an L, so make an L, that's the left hand. We twist open for side twist. Again, you can be on the back knee here for a little less. For a little more, we can come up and take both hands to the outside edge of that thigh. So 3 different variations right there. Hand down, knee down, or twist. Keep the breath moving in the postures. Press through the back leg if it's up. If you can, look toward the sky over that right shoulder. And let's take both hands down, step back either to tabletop or to downward facing dog. If you want more, come forward for 4 or 5 or 10 push-ups. If you want less, you rest. The left leg comes up to the sky. We open up hip on hip. You can do this on the knee too, remember. We open and close, we roll the ankle, we wiggle the toes. Knee comes through and steps the foot right in between the hands. The right hand stays down this time. Either take the back knee down or keep it up. Twist hand to sky, or for more, both hands twist to the outside edge of that leg. So I'm looking a little fuzzy now. I'm not sure what's going on. Breathe. Here, here, or here. Both hands come down. We step back either to plank or tabletop. Take some push-ups or child's pose, or sit on your knees. Take a few breaths.
I don't know why it's so fuzzy. I'm sorry.
Don't know why either.
It also won't let me let somebody in, so I'm working on 2 different things.
Okay. You do you, I'll do me. I'm going to keep doing yoga. So, sorry I'm fuzzy. It's okay, you can still see me or just listen to my voice. Coming back to downward facing dog. So let's come back to downward face. Take the right leg to the sky. We're going to step through just like we did to low lunge. Except this time we're going to rise up to crescent lunge, high lunge. So we're going to reach all the way up. Taking hands to touch together at the heart, lean forward. And now float the back leg up, warrior 3. You can take the arms out like airplane wings, or you can leave them touching together. You can even hold on if you need to hold on to something. Let's bring the left knee to chest and stand tall. We did this our first posture. Either stay here or turn this into tree pose, foot inside inner thigh, or foot down at the earth or underneath the knee. You choose left side tree. Take the arms and reach to the sky. Maybe wave a little bit like a tree from side to side. And step the knee back to the chest and step the foot back down. Inhale up. And exhale, forward fold again. We inhale, lengthen and look out. Walk, step, jump, or float to plank or tabletop, knees down or not. Take some push-ups here for strength or press back to downward facing dog. You choose where you want to be. The left leg reaches for the sky. We step through low lunge. We've been here before. Foot right in between hands. You can take the knee down for less or come on up for high lunge, crescent lunge. The hands move towards the heart and press. We lean forward and now lift the back leg up, warrior three. You can take the arms out to the side or leave them at heart and breathe. That back leg is floating, lots of energy in the toes. Bring the knee to chest, like you're moving through water, yogi. If you need to step down for balance, step down, but bring it right back up, tree pose or knee up, you choose. So maybe you're just standing with the knee up, or maybe you're turning this into tree on the floor, below the knee, or right inside the inner thigh. Let's take your hands to the sky and move around just a little bit, challenging yourself, challenging your balance. Breathe. Try to open out the hip here, so the knee is opening. Breathe. Bring knee back to chest, and then step down. Coming to wide stance, and then just go ahead and windshield wiper the arms, letting them kind of hit the kidneys, just kind of swinging them a little bit in each direction. Closing your eyes, maybe letting your head kind of roll around a little bit too. And now top of your mat, hands down to your sides. Coming back to the breath, maybe putting a hand on the belly and listening to that nice, long, slow, steady breath. Let's inhale, reach the arms up, big inhale up, and exhale, fold forward all the way back down. Hands to shins, look out and lengthen. Walk back to plank, to down dog. You choose. Maybe take a push up to down dog. Right leg reaches for the sky. We open up hip on hip again. Step it all the way through. We've been here before. This time we spin the back heel to touch, look down at it, and we cartwheel open, warrior two. So the right foot's forward, right knee is bent over the ankle, back edge of back foot is pressing, hips and shoulders are open, arms come out to a T, and we look forward over that front hand. Warrior two, really nice. Side angle pose, we tip this over, hand either hovers right there on the inner ankle, or the elbow can come to the knee to rest for a little less. I prefer you take a little more today and just hover right there. Keep looking up toward the sky, opening the chest. From here, we're going to exalt our warrior. So we're going to come back through warrior two, and then reach back behind you, side body stretch. Notice the breath here as we start to move a little bit more. We feel the heart rate rise, and we come back to our breath. Come back to warrior two, side angle again. We were just here, so nothing new. Really nice. See if maybe we can float this, take both hands out. This is a lot. You're going to feel this in your core, you're going to feel it in your legs, you're going to feel it in your breath, and you're going to feel it in your heart rate. Really nice. And let's exalt again. So reach up and back. And now cartwheel the hands down inside the right foot for lizard lunge. So we walk the right foot out to the edge of the mat and take the back knee down, or not. Roll to the outside edge. Maybe come down to the elbows for lizard lunge. Continue to breathe. Notice any thoughts that are coming in and just gently press them away. From lizard lunge, we're coming to half splits. So come all the way back. Sit on your bottom and bring that right foot straight out, left foot inside the inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach for me. Lift the chin off the chest. Reach for something beyond, maybe the toes, maybe the ankle. Keep the chin lifting up and then lay the chest flat down onto the thigh with a flat back. Beautiful. Maybe come in a little bit deeper to that half split. Tuck the chin now to the chest, nose to knee. If you have full split in your practice and you want to take a full split here, right foot is forward, left foot is back. If not, we stay in these halves. To come out of this, we're just going to bend that knee, put the right foot down on the floor. We're going to crawl ourselves into a standing L shape. So the hands come down, the back leg lifts like an L. You can either stay right here as an L, or you can lean down, crown to the earth, chest to the thigh. Maybe the right hand comes behind the right leg. We point the back toes for standing split, and maybe turn this into balance, both hands behind the right leg. Standing split balance or hands down, standing L, yogi's choice. Finish in forward fold, wherever you are on your mat. Heel toe your feet apart, 2 fists, and come into a squat. Yogi's squat right here. If this doesn't feel good for any reason, you can have a seat on your mat and just sit crisscross, or sit with your feet touching, knees apart. If you practice crow pose, go ahead and practice crow pose. If not, just keep opening the knees with the elbows for a hip stretch. If you practice crow pose, the palms are wide and they're on the mat as wide as the mat. The hips lift high, the knees connect, and we float. I'll teach that next week. We all come into forward fold, hands down, hips high. Grasp opposite elbows, bend the knees and sway just a little bit. And then we slowly rise up again, reach for the sky. Step the feet together. Take a big step to the top of your mat if you're not already there. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold forward down to the earth. Inhale, lengthen. Walk back to plank. Lower down all the way to your belly, or use your knees to lower down all the way to your belly. Bend your feet up behind you and reach your hands for your feet. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. If they don't touch, it's fine. You just want to energetically reach for them. So we're just going to lift the knees up. So leave your forehead touching and just lift the knees up, stretching the quads. And then release. We're going to either windshield wiper our feet rather, from side to side for a low back stretch, or we're going to come into a back bend, and that's your choice. So here's what it looks like just to keep windshield wipering the knees back and forth. Just feels good. It relaxes and releases out the sacrum, the low back where the hips are. If not, we're going to take hands onto our feet, take a big inhale, a big exhale, and then we're going to lift up to bow pose. Lift up a little bit higher, breathe, and then we all find child's pose. Press back, knees are wide, feet touch, and fold into that child's pose. From here, if you want, you can walk to the right and stretch, and walk to the left and stretch, or you can stay right here in child's pose. Come back to the breath, big breaths in and big breaths out. And let's do the other side, warrior two. So come back into downward facing dog, upside down V. Left leg reaches, steps through. Warrior two, left foot in, back heel spins, cartwheel open. Arms come to a T, look over your front hand, hips and shoulders open. Beautiful. Side angle, either elbow to knee or hover. Bring the top arm up and over. Find the breath here. Exalt, reach back, stay low in the front knee. Really nice, yogis. Let's come back for a second side angle, your choice. Breathe, cartwheel the hands back, breathe. Coming back to warrior two, and then cartwheel the hands down, lizard lunge, walking to the outside edge of your foot. And then drop the back knee down if you like. And then maybe come to your elbows. Any variations that you take here are totally up to you, whatever you want to do. Keep breathing. I have to change the music. Coming into half splits, we're gonna sit back, left leg is straight, take the right foot inside the thigh, straight leg. Inhale, reach. To me, curl the toes and then fold in. As much as you can, maybe touch the nose to the toes. Coming out of this posture, we're just gonna curl the knee in a little bit, put the foot down on the earth, touch the hands on either side, kick the back leg up to standing L shape. That's enough. You can also use a block or a textbook here to bring yourself higher. That's enough right there. Or maybe you come into standing splits, bringing the leg as high as you can and taking the left hand behind the left leg. Maybe take both hands behind that left leg, standing splits. Really nice. When we release, forward fold, come on your tiptoes, bend your knees, and find a squat here. So we're hovering on our tippy toes. Maybe take hands to heart center. Maybe take arms up overhead. If it's too much, have a seat on your mat. We're heading that way anyway. And so when you're ready, we have a seat and give yourselves a hug in. Tuck your chin to your chest, forehead to the knees. We call this egg pose, tiny little ball. Breathe. Coming into boat pose, you can use your hands or not. I'm going to turn to the side just a little bit so you can see. You can either hold on underneath your thighs and your knees are bent and bring the chest close, or lift the legs straight up, holding on, or maybe reach the hands up towards the toes, not holding on, either bent or straight legs. From here, we're going to lower down, either use the elbows or hover in canoe pose, and then we're going to pull it in and go out for 10. So 1, you guys count. You can use your hands here too. Try not to. I'm halfway there. The last 5 faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug it in again. Little back bend. We're going to either take a full wheel pose or a bridge pose. That's going to be your choice again. I'm going to teach bridge pose. If you have full wheel, you can take that. So in bridge pose, we want to lay down on our back, keep our feet about hip distance apart, and slowly lower down, keeping the knees up. While you're here, you may want to take 15 or 20 crunches. It never hurt anyone, so let's go ahead and take those. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on, yogis. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's take the last 5 together. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Take your hands underneath you. Graze your feet. So graze your fingertips on your heels. I'm not sure you can see me. I'm going to turn the screen down just a little bit. Graze your fingertips onto your heels. And then we're going to just clasp the hands together like this underneath you, rolling to the outside edges of your shoulders. So fingertips touch heels, lift the hips, grasp the fingers, and then roll to the outside edges of your shoulders and pick your hips up. Look straight ahead, don't look at me. Straight up and down, lift the chin off the chest and lift the hips up higher. Bridge pose, feeling this in your thighs, in your low back, in your core. Really nice. And then let's release. We'll windshield wiper the knees both to the right and then up and over both to the left. I'll do that 2 more times. 1 on each side to the right and then over to the left. 1 more bridge pose. So hands clasp underneath, rise up, and breathe. Really nice. We'll release that down again. Option 1, leave the knees where they are. Option 2, the feet touch and the knees come apart. If this doesn't feel comfortable for you, don't do it. It's a hip opener. You don't have to do this. You can just leave the knees straight up. We're going to do another 20 crunches because why not? We're here, right? Hands behind your head and let's come on up. Don't cheat. Go ahead. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. Go. A little faster. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, hug it in. Now imagine you have crayons on your knees and you're making these big circles on the sky. Draw these big, huge circles onto the sky in both directions. So just keep that moving. Keep that going. Let's stretch this all the way out. Big, big, big good morning stretch. And we'll bring the right knee into the chest and hold on to the top of the shin. And then off to the left side as you look to the right. So spinal twist. We're taking that right knee over to the left and looking to the right. Big spinal twist. My back just cracked. Felt really good. Hopefully this feels good for you too. We'll come back to center, hug it in, maybe make some more circles on the sky in both directions. And then big, big, big stretch out, feet and arms up in opposite directions. And we'll bring that left knee into the chest and across to the right side of the body. And then we look over to the left and take the left arm out. Beautiful. Big spinal twist. Let's come back and hug it in and make some more circles on the sky in both directions. Go ahead and stretch it all the way out again. Big good morning stretch. Take a big deep breath in and a big verbal exhale. Take your hands down to your sides or maybe onto your belly, or maybe one on your heart, one on your belly, or down on the earth, open or closed. Again, yogi's choice on that. So if you're comfortable with your eyes closed, go ahead and close your eyes. If you're not comfortable with your eyes closed, Let's try to just not focus on anything at all. So as you lay down with your eyes closed, imagine that your jaw is soft. Maybe unclench your teeth. Feeling the entire body relax into the earth. You can also roll to one or both sides, like either the right or the left. And come back to the breath. So getting really, really quiet with the body and the mind now. On the inhales, perhaps imagine the word inhale. And this is the best part, so try not to leave the meeting until we're finished. And on the exhales, imagine the word exhale. And let's just continue that inhale and exhale, slow and steady, feeling the belly rise and fall, feeling the lungs expand and contract. In your mind's eye, the word inhale follows your inhale, and the word exhale releases everything out. We continue to inhale and exhale slowly. Come back to your center, that place in you that is still, calm, quiet, and connected. Your center is a place you can trust. It connects the body, the mind, the heart, and the soul. It connects truth and your inner voice through your breath. Your best work comes from your center. Your most loving times come from there. Your insight and your awareness and guidance come from being there at that place in you. Your best decisions and your finest moments come from that place. Your center is a place that is quietly confident, unassuming, spontaneous, and free. It's gentle and it's kind. Your center is a place that is naturally joyful and at peace. Come to your breath and find your center. It is accepting and non-judgmental, and it channels the voice of your heart. Your center knows perfect timing, and it knows the rhythm of all things, delights in the connection. If you must leave this center to learn a lesson or to feel a feeling or experience something, do that. Take all the side trips you're called to take, but always come back to your center and your breath. And always come back to your center first before you go anywhere else. Yogis, slowly come to seated if you're not already there, where we began our practice today. Coming back to the breath, back to our center always. This mindful movement that we just did helps to move energy out of your body and helps you connect back to yourself. Until our paths should cross again, I'm wishing you peace and light and love and health in abundance. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
you everyone.